Yes, and welcome to DUD or SPUD Quickies, episode 10. So we've gone all the way this way. I'm Maniacal Mac. As I always say with these intros, these are some episodes that are, movies that I quickly run through, just because they're ones that I've already seen, or the boys have seen, so we won't do them on a DUD or SPUD episodes. Check my Rumble account. There's a few episodes that have been like knocked off YouTube, because YouTube does side with the suits. Side with the bad guys, don't they? So if you check out my Rumble, as I said, there's more episodes on it of DUD or SPUD that we do. However, hope you enjoy these Quickies episodes. So we're going to get into it, as usual, with the banger, as you were expecting. First one I'm going to go into, this is one that I've told many people about. Really silly film. I get it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I loved it ever since a kid, and I still love it now. Came out in 2002. Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. Amazing. So this guy, basically, he's green screened himself. His name is Steve Odderek, if I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. He's basically green screened himself to all these like 70s like kung fu movies, and just basically made a parody of him, made him into a comedy. There's certain scenes he's done himself, like, you know, it's like CGI scenes with a cow when he's shooting like the Matrix and shit. But overall, absolutely stupid film. Like, this was out the era that no one was really doing like super stupid films. So when it came out, it was a fresh, you know, it was a breath of fresh air. Watching it back now, very childish, very stupid, like very childish, may I add. However, fucking hilarious, really funny film. Kung Pao, I won't say too much about it. Like, you've got Betty, the main villain, Betty. That looks like a tiger. Like, that's the main bad guy. That's how he sounds like, you know. He gets him crazy. He's got a tongue with another tongue in his tongue. And that is the main reason why French aliens have come. I won't say no more. Like, basically, just fucking watch it. It's ridiculous. Like, you know, it's nonsensical. But the thing I love about this, and I won't, like, I've become one of these people now who's like sold all my DVDs. I put them all on my computer. You know, so all MP4s these days. So I have become digital. I'm one of these types. I have gone into the Matrix. However, this film I would fully recommend, and I have with a few of them. This is one of the films I kept on DVD, only because like it's got like different tracks. Basically, this film is overdubbed, and it's just like stupid as fuck. Because there's a point where the guy's going, "I know." And that's literally how it is, and just dumb shit like that. So you got that version, which is the main version. You got another version where what they actually said during the filming, because they overdubbed everything different to what they actually said. And then you got like an alternative dub, like a dub of the dub as well. So that's why I recommend this on DVD, just because it's got wicked extras. Loads of the deleted scenes they should have put in the film. They built up to like a sequel. Never happened. Really gutted about that, but however, I won't say no more. Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. If you just want to have a good laugh, absolute spud, get on that right away. Maniacal Mac suggestion. Right, the next one, I'm going to let the computer pronounce this one. Thanatomorphose. Did I pronounce that right? I don't know. Came out in 2012. So some woman basically ends up like shagging this dude. He's quite like nasty and abusive to her. He fucks off. And from that point on, it's like a super AIDS that hits you in like, I don't know, 4 seconds. Because like his skin starts rotting, all sorts of shit, maggots coming out of her. And instead of just going to an hospital, seeing what's wrong with her, nah, fuck it. She just wanders around the whole film naked, basically, from room to room, rotting. Maggots coming out of her, friends coming in, getting freaked out by what's going on with you and all that. I don't remember loads about this film because it's been a while since I saw it, but I do remember it being like, oh, like the gore was cool. Don't get me wrong, the gore was very good actually. It was very like, fucking hell, that's pretty brutal. But as far as a film goes, it's basically just watching a woman rot. If you're into that, you might be. I don't know. Each to their own, I guess. But for me personally, I just, I don't know. It was, I appreciate the gore effects, but I know it's an hour and 40-minute film. It's just a woman walking around naked rotting. If you're into that, cool. But for me, dud. I said appreciate the gore effects, but boring, kind of like, what the fuck's going on with that? Right, next one I literally watched the other day. This came out in 2022, brand new film. Really appreciate the writers and directors of this. It's a duo and they've done a couple of things. This is called Deadstream. So this dude, right, basically, he's like doing like a YouTube thing, like a live stream. The whole video is that style, right? And he's going to a haunted house, and the whole film is built up on like this YouTuber. He does like mad shit or whatever, but he decides to go to a haunted house. His views are going low, so he needs to do something good to pick it up. So he goes to a well-known haunted house, goes into it and all that sort of shit. So you're thinking, oh, one of these films. What's different about this? I'll tell you what's different about this. For the start, the actor, I say actor, is mainly one dude the whole film. There is another woman that comes into it, who's also, I think she was a writer as well, who stars in it. Great, they're really good. They were also the last segment in the latest VHS 99, To Hell and Back. Same people who did that. The only good segment of that, may I add. But they're the same people who did Deadstream, I found out afterwards. But yeah, really fucking fun film this, like, you know what I mean? The guy's like really corny and cheesy, like, oh my god, getting scared. And he's basically coming across like demons in an house, and it's like, yeah, horror film premise, but the difference is he's like, the way he is, he's like very like, and all that, and although it sounds annoying, it's actually quite fun. It's not obnoxious or like, oh, fucking fuck this. It was really fun film. The people who did this had fun. There's like a little part where the woman, the other writer, comes in. I won't give too much away. Another character comes in. There's a little twist with that, which was like, you see it coming, to be fair, from the get-go, but it was well done. Pretty fun film. I hope these guys do more, because I'll definitely watch more of their stuff. It was directors Joseph Winter and Vanessa Winter. Oh, they're a couple, my bad. So yeah, I hope to see more of their films. Deadstream from 2022 definitely gets a spud. It was a fun film. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but I had a laugh of it. And yeah, you could definitely do much worse, but I thought it was a fun film. Okay, so this one now came out in 2016, called Zoombies. Yes, Zoombies. Zombies? Zoombies? And yeah, cut a long story short, animals in a zoo get infected and break out. Sounds like a cool idea, doesn't it? Very CGI heavy. And when I say that with the look, you know why. Because it can be done well, but nah. That's what took me out of the film. It was like cool ideas, great, like in a way, great concept in a way. But yeah, just I get they were trying to be funny, but no, it didn't really work well. The CGI was shit. The gore wasn't very well. Zoombies, get a dud. I won't say too much about it. If you liked it, cool, but nah, poor film in my opinion. Next, I'm going to talk about Duo. First one came out in 2016, and the second one came out in 2022. Terrifier and Terrifier 2. Woo! Great films. Originally, I think it was All Hallows Eve, if I'm correct. This character, Art the Clown, who's the main bad guy, that was his first time he was seen in this anthology film called All Hallows Eve. He did something there. I remember seeing him there and going, oh mate, you need to do more of him. Terrifier came out. I was like, shit, they did a whole film with him. Amazing. And then yeah, in 2022, did Terrifier 2. Both crazy films, right? Basically, if you're into your all like old school brutality is a word, man. They don't fuck about. Really mad. The first one's a lot more raw than the second one. Higher budget on the second one, clearly. But the first one's great. Like, all the actors are fucking great. The gore is fucking rough. Like, some really nasty kills. And you're like, fucking hell. But Art the Clown's all like, hee, just happy about the whole time. So he had this weird comedic value. So super dark humour. And then the second one pretty much follows off straight from the first one. So I appreciate that. Second one was like 2 hours and 80 minutes. The first one's only like an hour and a half. So the second one was a lot longer. And it put me off for a while watching it. But watching it didn't feel that long because it was good. There was a few moments it was like, come on, get on with it already. But the second one's kind of completely different vibe to the second one. Like, there's some characters without giving away from the first to come in the second one. Women in both of them are hot as shit, and like, you know the score. But yeah, Terrifier and Terrifier 2 both get the spud. And I fully recommend, if you're a horror fan, you can't really go wrong with it, to be honest. I don't think you're going to dislike it if you like horror films. They don't hold back, especially Terrifier 2, 2022. The world's gone soft as shit. And this, like, some of the gore scenes on here, you're like, wow, fucking fair play to you, like, go for it. A Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake that came out in 2010. Don't really need to speak too much about this one, do I? Let's be honest. The originals are good. Like, there was some you couldn't say hit and miss and whatever. I love the originals. Like, even the stupid ones, I still like them. Even Freddy's Dead, still liked it. Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, even before they came out, I was like, but then I learned to watch it with expectations, and this is why I don't watch it with expectations anymore. I tried to give it a chance, and they let me down fucking so bad. The main guy, like, people were saying, oh, he did a good job. He didn't. He did a terrible job. The makeup's fucking embarrassing. It's CGI heavy. Another mistake. In 2010, all these years later, how you make effects look worse, how you make Freddy worse. They tried to go a bit more dark and serious, just didn't work. Nightmare on Elm Street, like, it's hard to take serious. The fact that Freddy Krueger was a joke was what kind of made it. I know that was more than later films of him, but he had his, at the end of the day, like, it's like remaking anything, like, just a classic, you got to go full on out, and it's fucking nothing can remake a classic good. This was bad though, really bad. Waste of time, embarrassing. Glad nothing ever came from it in the sequel. Absolute dud. Nightmare on Elm Street, why you even tried to remake this? You knew you were going into a grave and you deserved to stay there. Next one, this is fucking a mad one. Absolutely fantastic film from Necrostorm Productions, called The Mildew from the Planet Xonader, I think. Mad thing is, apparently this was made from a film called Mold in 2013. But, like, what they've done is they got that film, added, like, extra gore and extra effects and shot some extra shit, and then re-released it in 2015 as The Mildew from Planet Xonader, right? I don't know the Mold version, 18. I've only seen the Mildew version, right? The Necrostorm version. Crazy as fuck, got 80 vibes all over. Really silly, no one takes themselves seriously. Really fun film, crazy gore, over the top, stupid as fuck. It's like kind of like very claustrophobic feelings. It's all within a building, the whole thing. A lot of the scenes are in a room, but the characters can be so funny, and they are, most of them. There's a couple that's a bit, but most, like the main major guy, absolutely hilarious. He played up to the role hugely. Respect to him. This was crazy. There was some mad shit going on here, some insane gore. And when the film kicks in proper, it goes in. It goes in. Not many people know about this, but I can't recommend this one enough. This is a SPUD all over. Necrostorm usually do a good job, but this one, like, they picked up apparently an older film, added shit to it, and made it better. No need to watch the original. Watch this version. Fucking boomer. Right. People probably gonna hate me for this one. Came out in 95, Castle Freak. Very well known film, this. And I remember I did watch it back in the day as a kid on the VHS, but, like, this was such a bad quality film. Like, I think I bought, like, in Blockbuster, like, the rented version, so it'd been watched loads of times. It was really hard to see, loads of dark scenes. So as a kid, I couldn't really understand what was going on. A lot of it was kind of boring. I was like, meh. The opening scene's funny as a woman cutting what looks like a sausage. Turns out later it's the monster's dick, because he comes here late, we ain't got a dick. Unless that's a VHS, but can give me memories I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that happens. This has been re-released in, like, 4K and that, and I imagine it would be cleaner, but however, it's got Jeffrey Combs in it, and this is before I even knew him. In, like, I was super young when I saw this. I'd never seen, like, Reanimator, none of the stuff before I became a fan of him. And yeah, this whole film I found very boring. I haven't watched it for a while, but I made sure to watch it a few years ago. Just go, let's give it a chance, better quality. And there's a similar thing, like, it has some okay scenes, but for such a big film and that, it's like, like, people like it, fair enough, but for me, there weren't enough going on in there, like, what I mean? So I'm going to give it a dud. And I know they did a remake of this, which I don't think I watched, but I watched a trailer based on that. It's going to have a dud in it. I'm not going to watch a remake. But yeah, this is a bit controversial because I know a lot of people like this one. But for me, it was just, even as a kid, like, so I'm taking this from when I watched this not long after it originally came out to years later with a different mind frame. I still felt the same. So it was a bit boring for me. I've seen loads of these kind of films. There were some alright moments, but it just didn't do the job for me. Next one, right? This is absolutely incredible film. Came out in 2010, called Who Killed Captain Alex. Man, like, what do I say about this? I believe it's Uganda production, right? This is talk about the meaning of having fun making a film. They got DJ, because it's the same one I did with Ripper, Bad Black, same makers of that. So you got the DJ guy who's just voicing over the whole time. They're all doing kung fu. It's so over the top. It's literally ridiculous. This CGI is embarrassingly bad, but because you know they're doing it for the joke, it works. Who killed Captain Alex? So much love to them. They had like basically fucking $2 budget at best, and they fucking stretched it. If you want to see the meaning of stretching a budget, this film is for it. However, fuck me, what a laugh. Hell of a laugh. Stupid as fuck. They knew it. They were aware of it, and it shows. But great. There's not many films like this that can be absolutely ridiculous purposely and still be a laugh. And this does it, and it's from Uganda on a minimum budget. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, as long as you got soul and heart in things, you can make it work. Who Killed Captain Alex? Get a SPUD. I fully recommend it. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. Watch it with the DJ version. It's so funny. Last one we're going to go on then came out in 95, called Project Metal Beast. I won't speak too much about this one. It's like a kind of werewolf film, but he's like a kind of like cyborg werewolf bionic thing. I'll read the description. In 1974, an unhinged CIA agent infects himself with a werewolf blood he found. After a killing spree, his body is put in a suspended animation, then thawed out 20 years later by his crazy boss and team of unsuspecting doctors, and he ends up going on a kind of killing spree. People are fighting him. Kane Hodder's in this, so I'll give that a mention. There's some okay scenes with some of the fighting and that, but overall it was pretty bad. It was really like low budget. Not too much to mention in this one. I'd like to mention kind of more scenes in it, but overall it was like, not terrible by all means. Not like, I've seen so many worse, but I've seen so many better, if that makes sense. So I will give this a dud, only because it's not a bad dud. It's just because like there's fucking millions of films out there, and like, you know, I've seen a lot of them. I got a lot more to watch. I got to be a bit more strict on it, really. But yeah, Project Metal Beast will get a dud, unfortunately. But yeah, this has been Maniacal Mac. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been Quickies episode 10, and be back with another episode soon. Peace out.
Maniacal Mac.